obsessed look into basketball. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. And as I always like to preface by saying, I am not a basketball expert, just a fan who's naturally obsessed. And in this video, I kind of want to give a brief synopsis of where I think today could potentially be going in regards to the DeAndre Ayton Indiana Pacers situation, and kind of reiterate some things that I've mentioned I feel like 100 times already, but there's always those certain few who just read the title of a video, watch the first minute of something before all the juicy stuff gets talked about, and try to argue something that I clearly talk about in the video. So guys, before you come at me with your opinions going against something that you feel I'm going to talk about, please just make sure you watch the entire video through and make sure that you still stand by that. Please. Thank you. And before we get into it, I want to give a shout out to you Indiana Pacers fans, the majority of you, that is, because there's always those one or two bad eggs, but compared to most other fan bases that I've interacted with over the last couple weeks, outside of course, my Phoenix Suns fan base, but you guys have been very enjoyable for me to interact with. I've had some really good conversations with you guys. A lot of you guys are really rational thinkers, and it's just been enjoyable for me. So I would love if you'd subscribe, but even if you don't, guys, I'd love to have you back on some other content that I make, maybe not even involving your Indiana Pacers, just because I've enjoyed that conversation so much. So thank you guys for that. So today, July 8th, this is a big day because tomorrow the Indiana Pacers will officially have the cap space to acquire DeAndre Ayton because Malcolm Brogdon will officially come off the books. There are a lot of you who are still saying it makes no sense to do a sign and trade, just send DeAndre Ayton an offer sheet if Phoenix matches it. Who cares? We'll work something out, blah, 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 blah. Guys, you don't have to do anything. You really don't. But if you want DeAndre Ayton, which I'm assuming if you're sending him an offer sheet, you want him. Because even though I keep saying the Phoenix Suns are not going to let DeAndre Ayton walk for nothing, I stand by that. They're not going to let him walk for nothing. There's always that risk, right? That, oh, they're going to match it. Let's just see. We send him a max offer. Phoenix doesn't match it. You're stuck with a max player. Obviously a max player that you want, but still, there's that risk, right? And due to the rules of the CBA, some of you seem to believe, maybe you don't, and it was just worded poorly, but from my understanding of the comments, some of you seem to believe they'll throw an offer sheet out there if Phoenix matches. Let's try to work a sign and trade out. That's not how it works, guys. As soon as that offer sheet is signed, there's no sign and trade. Either DeAndre Ayton's coming to your team or the Phoenix Suns match it and DeAndre Ayton's coming back to the Suns. So if the Pacers want DeAndre Ayton, a sign and trade is the way to go. So yes, it does make sense to work out a sign and trade if you want DeAndre Ayton bad enough. And guys, Flex has said it. If you're a Phoenix Suns fan, of course you know who Flex is. If you're an Indiana Pacers fan and you don't know who Flex is very in touch with a multitude of people who work on high-level NBA team executive positions. He knows what the hell he's talking about, has been right on numerous things, has a phenomenal track record, and he said multiple times what I've been saying. The Phoenix Suns like DeAndre Ayton. Notice how I said the word like, not love? They would like to bring him back in a deal that makes sense. They don't like him for the max, obviously, but in a deal that makes sense, they would like to bring DeAndre Ayton back. But what they love is a potential to upgrade in any position they can. And for those of you who continue to say a KD deal is dead, if DeAndre Ayton does this, it's not a 3-team trade with the Brooklyn Nets. Respectfully, I always say it all the time, no opinion is wrong, but respectfully, guys, you're wrong. It's not dead. DeAndre Ayton was not going to the Nets anyways. Any assets that are gained from the Pacers in a sign and trade can very easily just be additional assets the Phoenix Suns can send back to Brooklyn. And it makes it a lot easier because then it doesn't have to be a 3-team trade to evenly disperse salaries and whatnot. The Nets would not be hard cap, just for argument's sake. Say they do work out a sign and trade with Miles Turner. Miles Turner would not hard cap the Nets in a way DeAndre Ayton would. And I've seen it numerous times in the comments. Guys, don't spew nonsense that you don't know anything about. Respectfully. The Phoenix Suns are not going to trade Devin Booker. They can't trade Devin Booker, especially with Ben Simmons on the Brooklyn Nets roster. And I just don't know how to. They are not trading Devin Booker, and there are definitely ways that the Phoenix Suns can get Kevin Durant without including Devin Booker. So, guys, just stop with those ridiculous claims because it's not true. And one more thing to ease your mind. A lot of people are still freaking out that are Phoenix Suns fans about the Kevin Durant deal potentially being dead. The Suns won 66 games last year. Fell flat in the second round against the Mavericks. There are clear holes on this team that need to be addressed for them to take it to the next level. Guys, every move that is being made right now is being calculated by James Jones. I don't know about you, but in my opinion, the roster as is right now, especially trading away DeAndre Ayton, I like Miles Turner, but I don't think the roster as constructed gets better with Miles Turner. So on paper, you would say the Phoenix Suns are digressing on paper. Guys, if James Jones did not believe that the Phoenix Suns had a better than great chance to land Kevin Durant, do you really think that this would be going down? Because I promise you guys, if James Jones didn't think that a huge splash was better than possible, DeAndre Ayton would be signed to a max contract by the Phoenix Suns. Promise you. Go ahead and argue with me. I could tell you what makes me qualified to make that statement, but you guys are going to find something to argue with me about anyway, so what's the point? But I assure you guys, every move is being calculated. I just don't know how else to say it. More will be revealed, though. As I said in yesterday's video, I'm standing by everything that I've been saying. One of my guys commented in the video yesterday, Mr. Double Down. I own that because I'm doubling down on everything I've been saying, and I'm right until I'm wrong. But today, guys, I expect sign and trade talks to intensify because I truly do believe something will at least have to be verbally agreed to before tomorrow, because I do anticipate, if something isn't worked out, the Pacers giving DeAndre Ayton that offer sheet. I really do anticipate that. So I think something could verbally be agreed to today. But let me know what you guys are thinking. I know my thoughts are kind of all over the place, guys. I've been on the phones late at night, all throughout the morning. I want to come on here because I got a day with my dad and brother. We're going to see that new Thor movie, going out to lunch, so I'm going to be away from my phone for a little while. So I wanted to put something out here for you guys while I'm gone away from my phone, hoping I don't miss anything while I'm in the movie. But if I do, I'll cover it as soon as I get out. I appreciate you guys so much, and genuinely from the bottom of my heart, guys, like, you guys are making this a crazy enjoyable experience for me, and we're just getting started. I appreciate you guys watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys.